Can a dream write a song? How can one sleepy head become a tamarind legend? And can glue hold more than just paper? Let's find out. Welcome to Facts, Fiction and Faraway Lands, your Friday ticket to wonder, words and the wide world. This week, we continue our sleep series with a dreamy question. What are dreams? When we go to sleep, our bodies rest, but our minds, they begin to wander, painting stories, weaving images, and creating mini movies in our heads. These are called dreams. Dreams can be funny, frightening, or just plain strange. We may dream up to 7 times a night, but most dreams vanish the moment we wake up. Dreams mostly occur during REM sleep, REM sleep, a special stage of sleep. That's when our brains are linking new learnings with what we already know. It's like a big overnight spring cleaning and filing job. Sometimes, if we wake up in the middle of a dream, we remember it clearly. Paul McCartney from the Beatles dreamt a melody, woke up, played it on his piano, and that became the beloved famous song, Yesterday. The next time you close your eyes, imagine your private movie theater where your brain is the director, actor, and storyteller. Maybe one day someone will invent a dream reading machine. But until then, dream on and try to remember them. Let me tell you about a most unusual inventor, Abdul Qadir Nadakattin, a man whose journey began not in a grand lab but in a small village in Karnataka, India. Abdul was bright and full of ideas, but he had one tiny problem. He just couldn't wake up early. He wasn't a morning person at all. Alarm clocks, shouting voices, even sunshine, nothing could rouse him from sleep. He desperately wanted to rise early like the farmers in his village, but each morning came and went with him still tucked in bed. Then one day, frustrated with oversleeping, Abdul had a sudden spark, an epiphany. He grabbed an old alarm clock with a water bottle. With a bit of string, some clever tying, and a lot of hope, he connected the bottle to the winding key of the alarm. When the alarm rang, the key would spin and tip. The bottle would pour cold water right onto his face. Splash! Abdul had built his very own water alarm clock. Simple, effective, and impossible to ignore. But this was just the beginning. Though Abdul didn't have much money, his mind brimmed with ideas, and his heart beat for the hard-working farmers around him. He came from a farming family and he knew their struggles. Determined to make a difference, he set up a small workshop and began inventing tools that would save time and energy in the fields. Some of his earliest creations were a machine that could sharpen a ploughing blade very easily. No heavy hammering, required. A seed drill that could plant and fertilize at the same time, making sowing faster and easier. A large capacity boiler that could heat water for up to 20 people and keep it warm the entire day. But do you know what made Abdul truly famous? His obsession with tamarinds. Yes, those tiny, tangy fruits with sticky seeds became the focus of many of his inventive ideas. Abdul built a machine to separate tamarind seeds quickly and cleanly, a device that could slice tamarinds in a jiffy, saving hours of labor. His love for tamarind was so legendary that people in his village began calling him the tamarind maniac, and they said it with pride. Over the years, Abdul has invented more than 40 machines, all designed to make life easier for India's farmers. His creations are simple, affordable, and smart, the kind of tools that truly change lives. And to think, this amazing journey began with a sleepy boy who just wanted to wake up on time. In recognition of his remarkable contributions, Abdul Khader Nadakattin was awarded the Padma Shri in 2022, India's fourth highest civilian award given for extraordinary work that helps others in fields like science, arts, and social service. This week, we travel to Belarus, a beautiful country in Europe. The capital city of Belarus is Minsk. Let's look at the map to see where it's located. Belarus is one of the biggest lovers of potatoes in the world. They make special bread and pancakes from potatoes called draniki. While most of us use flour, Belarusians turn humble potatoes into delicious treats. Here's another fun fact about Belarus. Did you know that Belarus celebrates Christmas twice? Once on December 25th for the Catholics and again on January 7th for Orthodox Christians. Both days are public holidays filled with food, gifts, and family fun. Imagine having 2 Christmases in one winter. So if you plan to visit Belarus, plan during winter to witness both Christmas celebrations and definitely taste draniki. Today's invention is something that sticks 2 things together. Can you guess? Yes, it's glue. Glue has been around for nearly 6,000 years. Early humans made glue from tree sap. The ancient Greeks used egg whites, blood, bones, milk, and grains to make glue. In 1942, Dr. Harry Coover accidentally created cyanoacrylate. It was too sticky for his purpose, so he rejected it. Years later, he realized its value. That too sticky substance became what we now know as superglue. Can you imagine a world without glue? What would hold your school projects or favorite crafts together. Hard to imagine, right? The word for the week is ad lib, spelled AD-LIB. To ad lib means to make something up on spot without planning, especially in music or during a performance. Imagine a movie where the actor forgets their lines. Instead of stopping, they just make something up. That's called ad-libbing. A famous example for ad-libbing. In Avengers Infinity War, Chadwick Boseman and Winston Duke ad-libbed the war chants. It was never in the script. It became one of the most iconic moments. Have you ever ad-libbed? In a play, a song, or while speaking? It takes courage and creativity. That wraps up another magical stop in facts, fiction, and faraway lands. Until next time, keep wondering. If you loved today's journey, don't forget to tap like, hit subscribe, and share it with your family and friends. Let's spread the magic of learning. Bye, Story Explorers. Ciao.